guys. I feel like it's been a long time since, like, you and I have had a chat. You and I meaning, like, you guys. Yeah, I just wanted to do, like, a later evening stream because I just got out of a collab. And I realized that I don't really have that many solo streams. And I kind of wanted to have time to, like, talk to you guys and hang out with you guys. Literally tomorrow, though, is, a community night because it's my 3-year anniversary of streaming, and instead of doing something live, I just want to hang out with the community and you guys. Hope there's no emergency. Why would there be an emergency? There's no emergency. There's no urgency or emergency, nothing like that. How doing? I think I'm doing okay. I feel a little weird, but other than that, I feel fine. I just wanted to, like, hang out with you guys. I used to do this on Irium a lot, where I would just, like, decide to do a late night stream and then hang out with people. And that was really fun. So I just wanted to have time to, like, chat with you guys, check up on you guys, because I've been doing so many collabs that I spend less time talking to you all, like, as chat and as a community. So I wanted to make some time to be able to do that. Just got here, had to make sure, yeah, no, everything's all good. Everything's fine. I just, you know, felt like I wasn't giving you guys much attention. So I wanted to do a stream and hang out and chat and chill. I mean, nothing crazy, just late night chatting. Yep, exactly that. We were just hanging out. No big deal. It's a typical normal just chatting stream here on the Juni Purwood channel, because I don't really know if I'm gonna have the ability to do another one of these before graduation. Graduation day will be like this, where we chat for a while, and then I'll do what are called call-ins. So anyone who wants to say, like, I'll schedule them, like, I'll schedule my friends in, and they'll be able to, like, talk and reminisce for, like, 10 minutes. And yeah, I'm gonna make basically like a spreadsheet. So anyone who wants to, like, say their piece before I graduate, and then it's gonna be a try not to cry challenge. I want Mira to go first because Mira will make me cry. So yeah, that's probably gonna be like a 3-ish hour stream, maybe longer, depending on, you know, who I ask to come, like, say bye and everything. So yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I need to make, like, a big list and have people that I want to come on and say bye, you know. But I'm really excited. I think I'm ready. I think today, especially, I just felt like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to graduate, you know? I originally intended to graduate tomorrow, the 22nd, on my anniversary. But it was in the middle of the week, and I felt like that wasn't fair, so I was gonna move it to the 15th, but, you know, we're doing a late night stream, so it's totally okay to share. I don't know, I just felt like people were being mean, so I decided to move up my graduation to the 1st. So 2 weeks sooner, and I was really thinking, like, how much time heads up should I give people? And even though I gave, like, 3 weeks heads up, I still feel like it's not enough time. But at the same time, I'm learning that I have to prioritize, like, the things I still want to make. Like, the Vocaloid PowerPoint still has to happen in a day, so I can't necessarily do a collab that day. That's you and me, and we're sitting down, and you are dealing with me for 5 hours. Maybe less if I can really lock in. But if you guys have questions about Vocaloids, then I'm just gonna be yapping for a long time. So be ready for that. Definitely happening. Graduation is the 1st at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm bound to cry tomorrow in the night. Don't cry tomorrow. We're gonna hang out. I also want to know, like, what you guys want to do tomorrow. Listen, this is what's gonna happen. I'm hopping on the Discord, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whatever you guys want to do, we can do it. If you want to play Overwatch, we can play Overwatch. If you want to play, oh my goodness, what is that other game? What is it called? The one where you draw, we can do that. If you want me to open a big canvas like we've done before, we can do that. I do want to do that on graduation day. I want to open up a big magma canvas and you guys can draw. And that'll make it a little bit more fun. I really did enjoy doing stuff like that, drawing with you guys. I remember I did that on, I think the 1st or the 2nd of January this year, where we were drawing and then writing out our New Year's resolutions and stuff. That was really fun. And then I can upload the doodle page to the Discord. And then on the 1st, that night, I will be leaving the Discord, and the Discord will close August 10th, I think. August 10th. But I won't be there. After the 1st, I'll be leaving the night of the 1st. I'll be packing my bags and traveling elsewhere. But if you guys decide on what server you guys want to, like, move to, I'll make sure to, like, pin that and make it very obvious. Like, hey, if you want to hang out with the people that are in this server before it closes on the 10th, this is the server to move to. So, whenever you guys are ready to decide that, we could probably talk about it tomorrow, so no problem. No problem at all. The 10th, yeah, Gardic Phone. Yeah, that's the name. Hi, June. Hi, Toast. I love that autocorrect is just like, oh, it's auto-translate. You're not allowed to be Junie. You're only allowed to be June or Junior. So it's fine. So a whole 9 days of no Junie at all. Yeah. Yeah, a whole 9 days of you guys. It'll be fun, though. I'm sure you guys will have fun. It'll be like a sleepover. Again, you guys can hop in the VC whenever you feel like it, any day. That's why the server's there. If you see someone in VC and you want to hang out, then hop in the VC and you can hang out. And that's totally fine. That's totally okay. I don't know if I will cry, but it's been nice seeing you over these past 10 months. You were the first VTuber I followed and helped me to find Christian communities. I love Jesus and are nerdy. Aw, shucks. I'm glad. I am really happy that I'm a lot of people's first VTuber. That makes me really, really happy. Hi, Jennifer. Hello. Hi. Hi, Jennifer. If you're in... I'll have to tell you later. I'll have to find a way, Jennifer, to tell you something later. I will find a way, and when I do, you'll know. You'll know. Hi, Jam. I used to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Usually it was like you and Bob in there, and you guys would do whatever theologians do. Or whatever VTuber enjoyers do. I'm not sure. I would see you guys in there sometimes, and it'd make me smile. And I'd be like, wow, people are hanging out and just having fun. Okay. Don't worry, Jennifer. I still love you so much. Yeah, Judy's my first VTuber too. Oh, I'm so sorry, and also you're welcome. I want to look at my schedule really quick. I don't actually have my planner with me right here, which is stupid because I usually do, and I've been looking at it every 2 seconds. Every day this week, last week, the week before, because I've been trying to schedule everyone in, and I haven't really had time to rest, which is okay. I just feel like a little crazy. You're the first Catholic VTuber I've heard. There's me, there's Hollow Blossoms, there's Flame Prince VT, there's Breedy Bard, there's the Halcyon Ward, there's Kyle VT, who you saw today. She's blue. And Yanzaya, she counts, she's 3D and she's a VTuber now. I feel like I'm probably missing some. And some that probably don't mention that they're Catholic, but they are Catholic. But that's not for me to say. Like, if someone has messaged me and be like, well, hey, I'm also a VTuber that's Catholic. Oh, you know what? I just got a notification that Clavier just went live and he is Catholic and also a seminarian. So there's a few. If you look, you will find them, I promise you. Juni was my second VTuber. Who is your first, Riff? I care about you lots. I do too, Jennifer. Don't worry. Don't worry. Jennifer, you in particular, don't worry. Okay, don't worry about a single thing. This. Hi, Owl. Hi. If you speak in Portuguese, it will translate. So you can speak in Portuguese if you want. It will translate. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You're so right. Stella and Blossom are sisters. Yes, Stella is a Catholic VTuber. I'm so sorry. Every time I think of Stella, I think of her OCs and how much I'm obsessed with them. So, you know, there's that. Stella and I don't talk about our faith often with each other at all. But it's not that we're ignoring it, it's just that we have special interests that are in common. And so she'll, like, if she messages me something in the middle of the night about one of her characters, she will know as soon as I wake up or as soon as I get the message, I will respond. Because we got it like that. I really love Stella. Stella's always been such a good person to me. A real rock when I really needed it a few years ago. Oh my goodness. I like fell apart and Stella was like the first person that like caught me when I fell apart. And so I'm forever going to be grateful for Stella. I'm grateful for a lot of people. You hear about it on graduation day, probably. My first VTuber was Prayers from Abigail. Aw, shucks. That's so nice. That's so nice. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking and talking at the same time, and I'm trying to think about like how I'm gonna plan everything. There's quite a few things I have to plan, like tomorrow, and then graduation I had to plan, and then I'm doing something special that day for you guys. So it's just like my brain has had all of the like engines on at the same time. You know what I mean? We need a list of Catholic VTubers so we can be sent to them. I think I've collabed with a lot of people. I've hung out with a lot of people. A lot of my VODs, if people are like, oh, I want to know about more Christian streamers. Maybe I can make like... Well, here's the thing. If I make my own list, I don't want to like be mean and exclude people. But like I want you guys to know like, hey, these are like the people that I've collabed with and like my friends. And, like, it'd be really nice if you could support and hang out with my friends, you know? But I don't want it to be like, oh, like, you didn't put so-and-so and you didn't put so-and-so. That means you don't like them, you know, kind of thing. So, I need to learn English. With the live streams, I can try to understand what's being said, even though I still struggle a lot. That said, please like Juni's stream. Thank you, Owl. You are so kind. You're so sweet. Good evening, Juni in chat. Good evening, Moosey. I'm thinking Miku. Ooh, what? Was that a shooting star? Hold on, I didn't know that was in the background. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Was... No, I think I'm seeing things. Maybe it was a petal. I'm gonna look away and it's gonna do it again, probably. The background is a little bit animated. I do really enjoy... Oh, I saw it! It went through the tree. If you look at the tree, you can make a wish. And wish on a shooting star. Good evening, Juni. Good evening. I just missed you guys is all. I just wanted to talk to you guys and hang out with you guys for a little, if that's okay. We're literally hanging out tomorrow, but, you know, I wanted to hang out today. Make a wish chat. I'm thinking June. Ooh, ee. Thanks, guys. You guys are lifting my spirits. I was having a day. Okay, oh, I can't tell you about that at all. I had a great morning doing the things that I do in the morning. And then it made me really happy. And then I slept a little bit and then it stormed and my power blinked out a few times. So I was trying to get ready for the club, cut on my computer, power goes off. Power comes back on. I go, that's weird. I cut on my computer again. It comes on. I open Discord. Power cuts off. Barnacles. Okay. Sure. I wait for it to come back on again. For a little bit. And then it comes back on. And it takes a while. And I open the game. And it takes a while. And then we're finally okay. But it happened. Vitamin eating, I hope? In the mornings? I mean, I guess so. I'm sad I haven't been able to make mini streams. But IRL responsibilities have called. I figured like being this late is a really good time to just like talk and hang out because I know you guys are as busy as I am busy. I miss Juni every day since announcement. Aw, Bear. It's gonna be okay. I don't know how to reassure you guys. You know, I am graduating, but I am going off to do something that makes me infinitely happy. I'm doing the things that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and I'm really excited to do them. So you don't have to worry about me. I worry more about you guys because it's sad, but you don't have to worry about me at all. It is a really good departure, a really healthy departure. And as soon as I leave, I'm gonna like run and jump and kick my heels together and celebrate because it's a really good departure. It's gonna be bittersweet, but I'm really excited. So I hope that is in some way reassuring. That it's not that I'm leaving because like I'm sad, because of my mental health or my physical health, or because of like a drama or something. I am leaving because I found like I finally figured out what I'm meant to be doing, at least for right now, and it's something that makes me really, 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 really excited. And so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's all I really can say about it though. Just knowing that you'll be happy is all I can ever ask for. Jennifer! Come on, man! Come on, Jennifer! One must attend to matters after all. Of course, you should follow one's path. You will not be forgotten, Juni. Thanks. I think. I don't know why I'm nervous to graduate. Like, I just feel like everything's gonna go wrong right before graduation. There's no real reason for me to think that. I don't know. I just feel that way. I'm not sure why. But I'm sure everything's gonna be really nice and good. And I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm really grateful to do all the collabs that I've been able to do and to meet people for the first time, you know? It's been good and interesting at the same time. I'm holding it together. Oh, Jennifer. I think I would probably cry. I would probably cry if you, like... Yeah, I don't know. I've been really good. Okay, I've been really good because I opened up that channel on the Discord for, if anyone wanted to say, like, anything. Because I know some people wanted to, like, make little speeches and send me letters and stuff, and that's been really nice. It makes me feel a little weird, not in a bad way. I want you guys to have closure and stuff. I just am not used to making things about me. And so, graduating kind of feels like the spotlight's on me, because like even with debut I get to celebrate, like, look what a great job my model mama did, you know. Like, Suar has been one of the greatest artists that I've had the pleasure to work with, especially long term, and like she really made me come to life in an art style that I dreamed of, and I'm really grateful for her. And then I'm also grateful for Homunculus Cupid, who rigged my model. It was one of their first models. They've only done a few, and I think that they did a really splendid job. They were like so ready to like rig this model for Irium for me, and that was honestly so kind, and I cannot thank them enough. And also for my first, well, I guess my first technical model mama, Dee Dee the Wizard, did my first ever PNG. You know what? Maybe you guys want to go through my anniversary PowerPoint from last time, because it shows all the Juni progress, and since I'm not streaming tomorrow and we're just gonna hang out, I might as well show you guys like all the stuff, right? It's gonna be like my third time showing you guys, but I still think it's really cool. I think it's really neat, and you can see the Juni journey. I'm gonna change the name. I wanted to do a stream, and I'm not sure if I'll have the days to do it. I might have to double stream one day, but I wanted to do a stream talking about like all the things I learned as a VTuber, you know? Because I came a long way, and you know, there's no real formula for it, but yeah, you know, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Here, I'm setting up the PowerPoint right now. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can pop this window out and then make it come up. Presenter view? Aha! I found it. I found it. Okay, let me see if I can get the window up, and then I can show you guys all the stuff. Right? Yeah. PowerPoint. That doesn't count as spamming night, but you're so rude. You're so deserving of all the support. You've done so much for your community. I feel mixed feelings about that. I feel mixed feelings. I am mixed feeling about that. Copy. presentation? Which one would it be? Presenter window. Probably the presenter window, right? Yeah. Oh, that's got a lot of details on it. Hold on. Hold on. It's really small and narrow. Let's do this. And then do... How's a good way to do it? Like this? This? Like this? You don't need to see how long I'm going. You'll watch this and you'll like it. How about that? Okay. Let me go to the beginning, because this is not the beginning, this is the very end. And I can show you all the things I made. I want to, like, teach you guys, or, like, show you guys how being a VTuber is actually not that hard, and you can do it for a very low price. And now that the customizable models exist, you can do it for a lot. You can do a lot more for a lot less. I don't want to gatekeep anything. I want to tell you guys everything. So, this is me. Through the years. Hi, Juni. Hi, I'm showing you guys Juni World History. Juni History 101. This is the final class and also your exam. So pay attention, because I will be asking questions at the end. I'm kidding. That's really conceited. Okay. Are you ready? So if you didn't know, I've been a VTuber for tomorrow. It'll be 3 years on the feast day of Mary Magdalene. Very cool. And I decided I wanted to be a VTuber when I was in university. And I had a friend that was a VTuber, and so I asked her, hey, could you draw me a sketch? We've been friends for a long time. It was Somnia Lightfell. I love Somnia. She's great. So she's my original mama. She knew about a character that I used to have, and I'm like, hey, could you, like, make a girl version of this character with, like, these certain things, you know? This is a Juni story. This is my yearbook, guys. The grandma emo, yeah, we'll look back. I stand by what I wrote. I appreciate it. So this was the first original drawing of Juni ever. I wanted to have, like, half and half, like, hair color in the back. If you can tell, that's, like, light green. And I wanted to have bubble braids. I wanted to have berries in my hair. And I wanted to have dull eyes. That was really important. I really wanted that. And I wanted, like, a cardigan and, like, something cozy to wear, right? So this is my first ever, like, iteration of myself. And I'm like, okay, what I want is I want it to be more purple. I love the lashes. I want to keep blonde lashes. As you can tell, I lost my blonde lashes, but, you know, I miss those braids. Yeah. My first ever PNG tuber was this one by Didi the Wizard. I got it for $40 on Etsy. It was a bust up, so that was all that it was. The issue with that is if I wanted any art, I couldn't get it because I didn't have a body. So I didn't know what the rest of my outfit looked like, you know? So I commissioned, I think this is Neko. Not Neko, but this is like a Neko. To draw the rest of my outfit, and I was like, I want bloomers. You think you could, like, maybe draw the rest of the shirt and then, like, give me little shorts and, like, boots and stuff? And she was like, I got you. Don't even worry about it, darling. I got you. And I was like, oh my goodness, thank you. So I got my wings done and my color palette, and this is what I was working with, okay? Now, mind you, I don't have money. Well, I didn't have money then. And not that much, or not the amount that I wanted to spend on VTubing. Everybody tells you you have to buy things. What I bought was a Canva membership. And I made everything myself, and I used a few websites to help me find images that I could use on stream. Okay? So this was my first ever overlay. Okay? I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but I was very, like, I was a doodle bug. So I was doodle themed, and as you can tell by the squiggles and stuff, you can see... I made everything, like, from this border onwards, I made on Canva. This background is from Okumono, which is a Japanese website that provides streamer assets. I use it all the time. I will be sharing it with you guys. I'm gonna make a whole, like, page that you can access so you can see all of these things that I used. But I was very purple. I don't think... This might have been my first background ever, but I can't remember. But I did use a lot of, like, assets from Canva and a lot of messing around and stuff, right? So this was, like, my first chat overlay. I had the, like, recent follower, recent subscriber, blah, blah, blah stuff on the bottom. This was my debut invitation card. So this is what I used to say, like, hey, I'm debuting and you're invited. It's so cute and I'm silly goofy and these are all my doodles and I want to hang out with you. I got this wrong. I thought I was being fancy by putting the A there because I'm like, aha, American Eastern Standard Time. A is for Australia. So I made this post feeling all proud and then I had to be like, I meant EST and not AEST because AEST would be like 12 hours ahead. So I felt really embarrassed and I had to be like, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's okay. But I just layered a bunch of scribbles in the background. I picked a font and I decided this is going to be my font. It's the crayon font. It's literally called crayon. And then I put a bunch of doodles and I just had fun. And I kept layering until my heart told me to stop. Okay? This was like the first, like, usually VTubers make slideshows, and so this was like what my first slide looked like. I was really soft-spoken and really, like, I guess shy to have a personality on stream, so I was like, hey guys, I'm Juni, and this is my debut. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and coming to spend time with me. Like, I was very, like, leaning into being Juni, but, yeah, Upside Down Juni took over the debut. What do you mean? I don't remember being Upside Down. Was I? I don't know. This was, like, years ago. I did my debut. Okay, so what I did was I thought it was really important to know how to do a good debut. So I marketed myself really, really well. And I started kind of planning out being a streamer like maybe a few months before I actually did it. And before I even made my first post, I was like, what formula works? How can I do it? And so my first ever stream had like 30 people there. And I was already hanging out with different streamers before then. That's when I first started playing Overwatch with, oh my goodness. It was Kazuma and Suonel and oh my goodness, oh she changed her name so I can't remember what it is now. Axis. Yeah, we all played together and I was like a total rookie and Axis was on a professional like college team. So I started really practicing how to play Overwatch better because I wanted to be good when I played with them. And I would collab with Ume Aino and I was basically reading like the guide for Amnesia because she was scared. So my first streams ever appearing on Ume's before I debuted my model at all, like my PNG tuber, I was a blueberry. So anytime you like look at a really old Ume VOD and you see a blueberry, that was me before I officially debuted. So we're both moth girls, and then she ended up doing ASMR and she got really big and I'm so proud of her. And we just, you know, went our separate ways, but I still love her. She's really sweet. Super funny. But that was like pre-debut, and then I finally debuted. And the first game I played was Unpacking. Ume Musume. No, Ume Aino. This was pre-Uma Musume. Uma is with an A. That was your first. Yeah. My first ever stream during my debut. What I did was with Somnia and Ume, I played Genshin Impact for a while. Hello, hi, we're going over Juni history. It's a Juni history day. Okay, so I made all of my transition like screens myself. So I went into Canva, I found the colors and things that I liked, and I made this little screen. So anytime I transitioned to like a be right back or a starting soon, it would look like this. My starting soon used to have a timer on it, so people knew exactly how much time until stream started, right? And it stuck with the doodle theme. As you can tell, I used lots of the fun, silly purples. I was just very in this color palette, you know? This is my first schedule. I also made it, obviously, on... oh, wow, look, Amnesia on Ume's channel! This was like the Halloween color palette. Usually it was purple, but I switched it up every time there was a new season for a while. And this is what my my schedules look like. Again, all of this on Canva. I I mean, it kind of looks like it's from Canva, but honestly, I think it was very cost effective. It communicated the information pretty clearly, so that's what's important. You don't have to have a bunch of money. Like, this was back when I had like 3 viewers, right? I would always put my Twitch there, and I was very prompt with my schedule. I would always show up the day I said I would stream, unless I was like dying. Okay, you and Ume were my first date. Yeah, you remember those days? And this is, okay, so I drew this little thing that you've seen everywhere, I'm sure. This is the first meat morph. I drew this meat morph first, and then I drew another one because it was that friend that plays Overwatch, her birthday. And so I drew her and me on a little birthday card, and then right after that I drew Ume, and I was like, here you go, Ume. And Ume used the meat morph in a 9/11 meme. So there's a 9/11 sticker with Ume hitting a tower. I drew that. I didn't know that it was being used for that until like 2 years later, and I was like, Ume. Because I was like, you can use a meat morph for anything. And then I started saying, you can use a meat morph for anything except for like maybe 9/11 jokes. But I think she still has it. I don't know, but I think it's funny. Blessed meat morph, yeah. It was just a birthday gift, and then I started drawing them for you guys. Oh, yeah. Here's my first art that I ever did for Juni as Juni ever. It took forever. I drew it on my iPad. I was really proud. And this was the first art that I ever commissioned of myself. This is from Jova, and Jova has like improved on her art so much in the past 3 years. And so whenever I see her on my timeline, I get so excited because she was like the first artist I ever was like, can I get art of my character? Is that like selfish? Do I have to wait until I get fan art, or could I just get art of my character? I'm just curious, you know? And she was like, yeah, no, it's totally fine. I'm so excited. So this is Jova's art. I bought an adoptable from her years later, and I realized then that it was the same artist, and I was like, oh my goodness, thank you for drawing me that first time. Like, I was so scared. That was like one of the first times I commissioned an artist, like through Twitter or like through VGen, and I was so nervous. So thank you so much. Like, I don't know if she remembered me, but I remembered her, and it meant a lot. Okay, so by November of the first year I started, I was thinking, well, I feel like I gotta get a VTuber model, right? So I was thinking then, let me get a model. I've been saving up for it, you know. Okay, very blessed. This was before the Christian VTuber community was like some huge big thing. I was just hanging out with people I knew, you know, and people I met. I met Blossom, Hal, and Churro Expedition pretty early because P-Tony, okay, so what had happened was the Halcyon Ward was apparently there for my debut. I didn't know this. I was openly Catholic from day one. Hal is also Catholic. So he debuted March that year. I debuted in July. So he saw my debut. I don't remember. And then P-Tony was trying to get VTubers for Game of Favorites to do his first ever VTuber episode. And so one day, you know, I have like 3 to 8 viewers right now. I think 8 viewers starting off in the first year is pretty good. So I was talking to my 8 viewers, and this guy comes in and goes, would you like to be on my game show? I don't know this guy, but Hal had recommended me to do Game of Favorites, and I thought it was like one of those like scam artists and stuff, but I was like, you know what do I have to lose by saying yes if it's not a real thing? I might as well say yes. So I agreed to do it, and I won my first game of Game of Favorites using my PNG tuber, and there was a lot of jokes about how I didn't have hands or arms because I don't have any in that first model. If you can remember, I had no arms. So, and Inky will tell you, and this always makes me feel weird, he's like, I used to not watch you because I thought you looked creepy. The point why I looked that way was because I kind of wanted to look like a spooky doll. Because I wanted to be like calm and play scary games. So I played FNAF Security Breach, I played Amnesia with Ume, I played almost every Garden of Banban game that came out because I really like mascot horror. And then I started playing cozy games, and everyone put me in the cozy game niche, and I was stuck there for a really long time. I didn't really like cozy games yet. I played like Coral Island. I played Unpacking because it just seemed like a cute game I always wanted to play, and so I started really leaning into cozy games for a long time. But November that year, I decided to get a model. And I always wanted a model that was sitting down because I didn't like that everyone was standing up. Because when you look at a model like on Hololive or any Nijisanji model, you can tell that they're standing. So if they use a chair asset, I thought it looked weird because you knew that they were standing up. So I tried to find an artist that would do a model that was sitting down. The only artist that I could find that would do a model that was sitting down was a chibi artist. And I was like the second or third model, and their first model they rigged with V-Bridger, which is like the mouth physics, right? So I got my first model December of 2023. Yeah, so the one on the left was actually the default model, and the one that I used, that was like my main model. And as I changed more to this color palette, I used the brown one a lot more. But I had the bubble braids for a really long time. I did my debut December 23rd, I believe. By this point, I had already played Deltarune. Nope, not Deltarune. I played I started Amori, and then I stopped playing Amori because I felt like people that watched me didn't want to watch me play Amori, so I stopped. And I started and finished all of Undertale, and then that week before debut, I started Undertale Yellow. And I didn't finish, but it's all good. So in this background right here, you can see something green. It's a frog plushie because when I would travel, I would bring a plushie. It's a Build-A-Bear, and it's a frog, and his name is Filbert. And because I'm a VTuber, I wouldn't take pictures of myself. I would take pictures of the of my Build-A-Bear. And he's dressed in a little tuxedo. He has a cotton candy little scented thing in him. And I always treat him like a lawyer that's overworked that never takes holidays off. So anytime I travel, I would take Filbert with me. Filbert went to see the Vatican. Filbert went with me to see the Elizabeth Tower and Big Ben. Okay, so when I started streaming in July, I went to Europe in September with my mom, and we went everywhere. So I took a lot of pictures of Filbert, right? This was after Game of Favorites, and so I had already met Hal, and I got to hang out with Hal, and it was super cool. Like when I was in Europe, because Hal's in Europe, he was like, yo, do you want to hang out? And I was like, yes! This is so cool. No stranger danger. I actually am fine. And so I got to meet Hal, and we had, I think, crepes. And I got to see a cool church. And it was a great time. Anyway, debuted this model. I made a background. So this striped background with this little shelf was from Booth, and it was free or a few dollars. And I added doodles to the wall. I had been obsessed with Kaito since day one. I made a likes and dislikes page and then a love page. And on the love page was just various pictures of Kaito. So I snuck him in, like I went to edit it and I snuck him in all of these little frames. And I was like, yeah, it's me and my husband. What are you talking about? You know? Yeah, man, I was about it. I was so about it. Okay. And then, of course, when you debut a new model, usually you do slides. So I did. And this was my kind of theming. And I did like a storybook because I wanted to explain my lore. So basically, my old lore was this. I was okay, so it's kind of like if you've ever experienced Tinkerbell, Fairy Hollow, or anything like that. It was a lot like that. So I was like a bug person, and there are various kinds of bug people. And every kind of bug person has some sort of niche ability that they can do. And my ability was I could make things come to life that I draw. The issue is I'm not a good drawer. And so everyone was like, yo, you're so OP. You should draw me this thing, and you should draw me this thing. You should draw me this thing. And I kept making mistakes, and I wasn't good at drawing them. And then I got frustrated one day, like really frustrated. And I took a big old red crayon, and I drew a bunch of scribbles, and it made a dragon, and it burnt down the forest I lived in. So then I got exiled from the forest because it's a lot of property damage. And then I was taken in by a human, St. Joseph, and I lived in a human house. And in that human house, I lived in a doll house because I was doll-sized. So, if you ever hear people saying, "Oh, Juni, you're so tiny, you're like a little doll," that's not the current lore anymore, but a lot of people still kind of think that I'm like really, really tiny. So that's where that comes from, if you were wondering. I was way more like Moth then, you know? Yeah. Hi, Juni, how's it going? It's going great. It's Juni History Day. But yeah, I was super bug then, and I was super doodly then, and I really liked that slideshow. It came out really cute. Anyway, I wanted to make new overlay stuff. So this, again, Canva. I made this on Canva. All of my slides, like, and all of my BRB and starting soon and ending stream looked like, kind of like this. There was variations. One of them had scissors. One of them had a pen on it. But it basically looked like this. As you can tell, I changed my font from crayon to Lazy Dog. Does it matter? Probably not to you. But I wanted to share it anyway. Listen, Canva's like $12. I think it's worth it. If you have enough creativity and you know what you want, you can make it. Mario Galaxy movie took your idea. Man! Yeah, that was my lore basically. Still got Juni Meat Morph stickers. Yeehaw! Yes! I did get merch. It was Serena owns a sticker shop and she made merch. So I had a Meep Morp and I had a few, like I had one of me sitting down and then one of me as like a little dragon and stuff. So my original mascot, I guess you guys like my chat mascot was, I made Doodlebugs later, but originally I guess it was Meep Morps. And my original ever mascot was a dragon named Sotaro. I never showed him off, but he always existed. And I kept him in like a little like enclosure and I wouldn't let you guys see him because that was the point, because he was the red dragon thingy that I made and he's like a war criminal with me. So I basically was in art rehab. Yeah. Creativity, what's that? Is that part of your brain where you start making things up? It's using your imagination. You just have to use it more. You had 3 lore stories? I had 2. That was the first one. Yeah. I remember Certified Doodle Moth. Yeah, everyone's know. My schedules used to look like this. I found it on Booth or on X. Someone made it, and the person who drew this art is actually a like Vocaloid artist and drew a lot of Oliver, and I loved Oliver as a kid. I still love Oliver. If you've ever seen Bee and Puppy Cat, the voice of Puppy Cat is Oliver's voice bank. So yes, you've experienced Vocaloid a lot more in your life than you've realized. You're welcome. But yeah, I used to dual stream on Tuesdays. I would always, Thursday, and I would always play Hollow Knight. I would crash out, man. I did play Chance of Sonar 3 times. So the first time I played Chance of Sonar was on Hal's channel. And if you look at Hal's top clips, you can see when we played together. That was such a great stream. So he played it, and then Map played it, and then I finally played it alone by myself on stream. You guys remember? That wasn't that long ago. But I wanted to play it like from my POV because I'd always played it from their POV. And I was like sitting on the shoulder, and we were figuring out languages together. It was great. This is when Content Warning first came out. Elio Icario. I want to talk about Elio because I'm just so proud of him. Elio Icario debuted either a month before or a month after I did. And he has like white hair and he's like basically like a butterfly boy VTuber, right? And I was gonna be a moth girl, so I got really excited to hang out with Elio, and I was just like so excited about his debut and everything. And his model mom almost became my first ever Live 2D model mom. Before I found like oh my goodness, who did my model? I remember Kari! Otsukari! Kari did my little chibi model. But Elio has grown so much, and he's like found like how he wants to look, and he's still got like the white hair. He's less bug themed now. He was never a bug person, but he had like bug things. And he got really good at rigging VTuber models, and he's so funny, and he sings a lot more, and I'm so proud of him, and every time I see him, I get so excited because, like, that's my guy. We played Content Warning together, and we played Roblox games together, so we played a lot of Roblox horror games, and that was a great time. Like, we had streams that were 13 hours long, because we were just locked in and giggling and having a great time. So I love Elio. He was a great person to stream with. Shout out Elio. Anyway. anyway. This is some art that I got. This is from Michi. And this is the first ever fan art that I got ever. And I got it the day that my model mama was streaming my art being drawn. Like my model being drawn. And I got this and I just started crying. Because, like, this is also, like, my body type. And so I was like, oh my goodness, she looks like me! And I just started bawling because I was just so happy. I was so happy. And this one is from... I think this is from Seraphi? This one? No, it might be Seraphi's manager who drew that. This is from Ramitri. Oh, can we talk about Ra, please? Okay. Ra! I love Ramitri so much. Even now, we don't really talk anymore because we had like a mutual friend. Well, not a mutual friend, more like someone that I was friends with that they didn't get along with, which is totally fine. I understand, like, if you have like different political beliefs and stuff, like, totally makes sense. But Ra, I am still rooting for you and I still love you so much. But Ra is like in a completely different time zone as me. And we had the same Oshi, Rising Aether. He has not streamed since like 2024. Okay, Rising Aether, even like when I passed him in followers, I still like see him as an Oshi, and I got so shy hanging out with him. The first time I ever hung out with him was I think it was my 24th, no. It might have been my first ever birthday stream, and at the very end we played Monster Hunter together, and I was like a puddle because I was so like I don't think I was crying, but I was like so happy. Like, it was the best day ever because, like, my Oshi is here to celebrate my birthday with me. And I played with Ra, and Ra's a great artist and likes Vocaloids too. So, they were drawing one day, and they were like, what should I draw? I was like, oh, I don't know. Kaito, maybe. And they were like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then drew me, and I was like, this is the greatest thing to ever exist, thank you. It was my banner for a really long time, just... yum. And that's when I was like, I need to learn how to draw boys because this is fire. Okay. This was a drawing that Bree did. This one right here, I'm in the way. This is me with Diluc's sword. What is it called? Like Wolf's gravestone, something like that. We played Genshin Impact. Okay, me and Bree really like Genshin Impact. I really love the lore. I was very into the Genshin fandom before and during the time I was a VTuber, and Bree liked the game, so we played together. For anyone that knows about Genshin, it was during the like Ayato Sino banner. Like, this was a long time ago. Okay, this was like Sumeru. I don't think Sumeru came out yet, or it just came out. Like, I had never been to Inazuma before, you know. I think Fontaine was. It might have been Fontaine, because I think we did Fontaine together. Not the story quest, we just walked around because, like, I am very, like, into the lore, but not into the gameplay at all, because I hated doing Spiral Abyss. If you know, you know. But because I was tiny Juni, size of a doll, Bree drew me for her thumbnail art as really, really tiny. So if you see this one right here, this one... and this one I used the base to draw, and these are my first ever emotes, and I'm not a very good artist. Back then, I was very insecure with my art, and it took me a very, very, very long time. Oh, this was also from Bree. But it took me, like, I stayed up December, like, 20th, 21st, to finish these. I had not slept before my debut. Like, I maybe slept 2 hours in my chair, because I was like so nervous and I just wanted to do a good job, and it was my first time being Live 2D, and I just didn't want anything to go wrong, and I wanted to have emotes for you guys. I drew this one too, and I was giggling so much because I thought it was so stupid looking. We still have it to this day. So that's why it's the old Juni design, as you can tell. This one was from Raw, and Raw drew my, like, this outfit. So that one exists. Thank you, Ramitri. You're goated. Okay. Oh, if Owl is still here, Owl drew this because me and Bree, we played Minecraft together. And it was a great time. Like, that art looks so good. We played Minecraft together. We played Minish Cap together. What else did Bree and I do? I think this one is from Seraphy. This one right here. The upside down meat morph. Yeah, so Inky started drawing me. So this, like, creature here is from Inky. This puny here is from Inky. Because we started playing Paper Mario. Cho and I started playing years ago. And it was an experience. Okay, it was an experience. Right. We didn't finish for a long time. You saw this art already. I drew this one. And I was, like, determined to draw it every week. And I was still trying to find my art style. I still haven't. This is from Faithy Lou. Okay, so it was... I want to say it was 2024. And it was September, I think, of 2024. Maybe it was 2025. I think it was 2024. And I had been on Game of Favorites a few times. P. Tony and Yenza really loved me and was like, hey, we do this thing called GothCon. G-O-F. Okay, not G-O-T-H. GothCon. Where we all hang out together. And this year, we're gonna hang out and camp at our house and go to Red Fair. Do you want to come? And I was like, wow, that's a lot of strangers to meet on the internet, and I'm a VTuber and they've never seen my face before. So this will be the first time non-VTubers see my face. Yes, actually, and I'll go. So I drive there, and it's like a few states away, so I drive, and I get there, and I call Yenza, and Yenza comes to the door, closes the door, because she wanted to be the first person to see me, right? And it was during a Game of Favorites. So it was like Game of Favorites, and then it was like Father Evan was in one room and he was a contestant. And then I don't remember who else was there. It might have been like Feeble Lobber that was there. Oh, that was great. So I think he was in a different room, and Father Evan got up to come run out to see me, to meet me, to give me a hug. And then he went back in, and Game of Favorites was happening, so I sat in the corner. Because I didn't want to be in the way of the camera because I'm a VTuber, right? So I was there, and I was sipping hot chocolate, and the mug handle broke off. And so I spilled hot chocolate all on myself, and I go, hey, you know, it's okay. It was kind of warm, so I'm gonna just get up, change my outfit. I changed into pajamas. It was awesome. We hung out. We went to Ren Fair. That was really fun. My shoe broke. Went to fix it. It was really silly. And I met, like, a bunch of other Game of Favorites people that I didn't know, so that was really cool. And people were like, wow, it's still so weird that you're a person and words are coming out of your human mouth. Because you're not, like, a VTuber in person. But then they were like, oh, well, you're kind of like... You know, I could see it. You know, you're still Juni to me. And I go, hey, I'm legal name. And they go, no, you're Juni, is what you are. That happened at Reach, too, where... I'd be like, hey, I'm so-and-so, by the way. And they're like, you're Juni. You are Juni. So I go, oh, okay. So that was, like, the very beginning of my tweaking out, so to speak. We'll get to it. But this picture, the reason I'm telling you the story, we were playing Blood on the Clock Tower in person. And I was, like, one of the bad guys. Okay? I think I just knew everyone's roles. That was my role. And Blake, I think, was the big bad. And so he was like, yeah, you know, like, me and Juni, we're getting along because we're blood, right? And I was like, I'm not a blood. You Crip? Like, if you know, you know. And so people thought it was so funny, and Faithy Lou thought it was so hilarious that she drew me. We were sitting outside, I think. This might have been, like, the other day, like, the day before. And I was sitting outside on a tree stump. And we were talking, sitting at a bonfire, and it was great. It was a good time. It was a good time. We had a blast, 10 out of 10 experience. Okay, part of Juni lore that you had never seen most of you before, because this was before like I doubled in followers. So there was a 1.5 season of Juni. I had something happen to me in like 2024 that was really hard. It was like April of 2024. And it was like the most difficult thing I had ever experienced. I felt like I pulled away from all of my streaming friends because it didn't feel safe. And I was so stressed out and worried. And I'm like, I don't want to graduate. I did apply for a VTuber agency. I did get into a VTuber agency, but I declined. Because I'm like, no, I think I have to stay Juni. But I can't stay Juni as I currently am because I'm going crazy. And like this version of Juni makes me feel icky, like because of like everything that happened around me. I just felt like I couldn't be that version of Juni. So this was my hunt to find the version of Juni I wanted to be, and I drew so much during this time. And this is the doodlebugs, and this is where the doodlebugs came from. This was me drawing. This was me trying to figure it out. I drew so much, and there were so many times while I started streaming and while I was streaming that I would work myself so hard to try and reach a goal that I would like get sick because like I would like run a fever. Like I would get so stressed out that my body would just shut down. And it happened maybe 3 or 4 times the entire time I streamed, like across the board. Usually I'm fine. But there'd just be times where I'm like working so hard, and I'm like, I want things to be good. I want things to be perfect. And I would just crash. I would just crash. And so when I was drawing this, I wanted to do a big like subathon, and I had to delay the subathon because I got so like feverish. But yeah, this was like an art Juni. If you've seen this is like the Luce version of Juni. I drew this little thing for the subathon. I drew this little thing for the subathon. I drew this little PNG tuber that did wiggle line art. If you've seen... You've probably seen wiggle line art before. This was a 24-hour stream I thought I did for my birthday. So I was kind of deciding on this model, right? It was supposed to be done by my birthday. So I was supposed to have that model done by my birthday, like this kind of theming. I worked really hard. I was really excited about it. Did I change my eye color? No, I kept it the same. I didn't like how this was drawn, and so I drew it again, and it looked like this. And as you can see, I changed my art style, so I had really big eyes, and I drew like all these little like cross-hatching kind of situations, and I really wanted to be doodly and soft and cute, and this was a reference sheet I made, so this was one outfit, and the person that was the top donor for my subathon that was supposed to fund this model, was able to add a design aspect. And so it was CalMage, and so these little shorts have cats on them. Luce Juni was the best. I think that was a pretty good one. I think I really popped up. This is the Juni I first met. Yeah, and my room was green. Oh, we'll get to that because it was the same room as Sully's room. Real ones know. This was Sully's room, and it was also my room, and I thought it was so cute. This is pre-VAngeli, by the way. This is like before I had met any of the VAngeli girls. Still, yeah. But yeah, I was here kind of figuring it out. I got the model commissioned, and I just felt not connected to the model. I don't know what it was. I think it's really cutesy. For me, I just couldn't connect to it. And I looked at it and I was like, I think I'm going to have to make my own model. Because I know what I want in my brain. I just don't know how to put it on paper, so I'm going to just keep trying. But this was also when I got into doing papercraft looking stuff. I got on my iPad and I did the shadow effect and it looked like paper. So I started messing around and layering stuff. This is an emote that I never showed you guys. And this is a doodlebug. You guys remember my squiggly line art that I mentioned? There it is. I must admit I was not feeling that model when it came out back then. I never debuted this model though. I never streamed as this model. I had it and I was just like, I don't think it's for me. I think the art is cute. I think the artist did a great job, but I was like, I think I'm going in the wrong direction. I think I'm going too hard into art, and I need to look deep down in myself and see what kind of person I want to be, you know? But I'm still kind of in this doodle phase. I made a new schedule. As you can see, there's a new font again. It's Lazy Dog. I got a logo done. I made a meet more. This is Cheese Girl, so this is Brie. And this is when we started playing Minish Craft, and I started color coding everything. And I thought this model kind of Like, this schedule popped off. I'm not gonna lie. Doodlebug lives on my PC. Short hair, Juni feels off. I love short hair, Juni. Let me live. You know, can I mention this? I really struggled being perceived a little bit as a VTuber in this tender time of my life. And I really wanted to have short hair. And it got to the point where I felt like I couldn't even cut my hair IRL. Because people were like, oh no, Juni with short hair. I don't like Juni with short hair. Juni, you have to have long hair forever. That I didn't cut my IRL hair. And I kept my IRL hair long. And I hated it. I hated it. And so when I went on that hiatus in April of 2026, I cut my hair. Because, like, here's the thing. No offense to you guys at all. You guys are lovely. But you guys are guys. Okay, you guys are men. Most of you are men. And it's kind of weird. I'm not weird, but, you know, there were some people that got very defensive over, like, the length of my hair. And they're like, Juni, you can't have short hair. That's wrong. You can't have short hair. You can't. So I would, like, draw myself with short hair because I'm like, dang, I would love to have short hair. And then being, like, a Catholic woman, a lot of guys were like, the beauty is in the hair. If you cut your hair, no one's ever gonna want you. And I'm like, what? And then I was like, that's stupid. And then I wouldn't cut my hair. So I ended up cutting like 3 inches off and I felt so good about myself. Anyway, there were some versions of myself that I drew that were kind of in between. I wanted dark purple. So here's the thing. I did not want to be associated with purple anymore. But every time I tried to draw a model and I tried to draw myself, purple came up. Purple's such a good color on me. It just ties in the color palette really well. And so what I wanted to do was kind of like have a version of Juni that's just dressing up. Like a puppet show, right? And I just wanted to be like a moth that just happened to wear a bunch of different outfits and do kind of like a puppet show. So this was a princess outfit and this would be my main outfit and I'd be like the puppet master. And this was my Jester. Jester Juni was so fire, and maybe I'll take a stream and I'll draw Jester Juni if I have the time. But I really enjoyed Jester Juni. It was a good arc, guys. That was a great arc for Juni Purwood. I'm not gonna lie to you, but as you can tell with this dress right here, this is when I hit 1,000 followers, and I drew this, and I thought this was gonna be it. This was gonna be my model, but you can tell the aspects that I had. So the thing is, I didn't want 2 ponytails. I didn't think I wanted to have 1, but as you can tell, the hair is starting to come together. You know, I'm deciding where I want the antenna. The purple's coming together, the sash and everything's coming together, you know. So like I'm finding what I want to do, getting closer, you know, messing around. Around this time is when VAngeli was formed. Okay, December, I think. No, April of that year is when VAngeli was kind of forming. The issue with that is we had to get official art. So I'm still in the in-between phase of what I want as my model, okay? So what I did the day that we commissioned all of our, like, art, if you've seen the VAngeli, like, art, I sat down and I finished my design. And I was like, this has to be good enough because I have to submit it today as a reference to get this art done. I have to figure it out. You drew all 3? I did draw all 3 of these, yeah. This is me messing around with art styles. I really like doing the eyes like that. As you can tell, I wanted to have heterochromia, but if you look at my model, I have both the purple and the brown in one eyeball, which I figured out that Sunday before I commissioned all the art. So I drew this, and I was like, all right. Mind you, I drew a lot of stuff on stream because I wanted to draw my own model. So you guys saw me wrestling and figuring out what I wanted to look like in real time. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of me getting on stream almost every day working on this model. And I'm like, this model art style is not what I want, but this is helping me figure out how I want to look. So I drew this and I was like, yep, this is what I want to look like. And then I submitted it and I'm like, hey, this lamp, I want it to glow if possible. I never told my model mama about that. I forgot. Because it was supposed to be a light and it was supposed to be able to like shine on my feetsies. And I figured, oh, well, if I figured out the silhouette and I figured out what I want to look like, let me start telling people this is what I will look like in the future. Used Canva, made a whole thing of like, this is what I'm going to look like. This is my 2.0. And then we got this because I wanted to let people know before VAngeli came out. Obviously. This was Summer Juni. Oh, yeah, okay, so I still have... Hey, guys, if you did your summer reading that year, I still have your, like, bookmarks. I just don't know how to send them to you without asking you for your address. But I have the summer bookmarks with the new summer art that I did. I have summer art. I'm putting them on bookmarks. If you still want Summer Juni bookmarks, please send me your address. Not to be weird. But, you know... I just don't really know how to ask you guys for your address because the reason I didn't ask and I didn't send them is because I started having safety concerns and I was really worried that I might get doxxed or something, so I couldn't put a return address, but I was worried about getting a P.O. box in my area because I was afraid that you guys were going to figure out where I live. So that's why I haven't sent them. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, this is when I did my Chibi Juni, and I did my Grandma Juni emote, and I did Summer Juni because I did a summer... I think this was when I did the VTuber Summer Slam with VAngeli, and we all drew our little things, and then we debuted as VAngeli, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, this is the last slide. Did I miss anything? Yeah, I did. I can show you what I was working on. How about I show you what I was working on? So there are a few things that I worked on that I never, you know, got to show you guys because, well, I'm graduating, you see. So, I did end up doing that little jazz outfit that I wanted to do. You know, I debuted this model, obviously. That was September 1st of last year, I think. I did Irium. I stopped doing Irium, because it just... I feel like I was oversharing on Irium just because I was so comfortable. And then people felt a little bit too close and asked too many personal questions, and that made me kind of uncomfy. So it was really hard to find that balance, you know, of like being a streamer and also trying to be a friend, but also like there's a line between being a friend and being a streamer, and I kind of lost myself in it a little bit, and it was really hard. I'm gonna scroll and try to see if I can find my thingy that I was gonna show you guys because I got something commissioned and I really liked it. I'll be honest, for a few months I felt like I just had to do whatever you guys wanted me to do. And that was really challenging for me because like there were things that I wanted to do myself, but I felt like you guys wouldn't really watch it if I did things differently. So it was really hard, and I think that's around the time where I went to hiatus because I was really wrestling. I was really having a time, you know. Reach was nice, but I think it also still blurred that line of like, okay, when are you Juni and when are you not Juni? What's going on? How are you gonna be yourself? And I never really found it. So, you know, there's that. Oh man, I wish I could find it. Where is it? Here, I can grab it from X right now. We got karaoke stream. When did you do that? When did I do that? Did I do a karaoke stream? Yeah, I think I did. Oh yeah, on Irium I did do a karaoke stream. I did do that. It was fun. It was scary, but it was less scary as time went on, and it wasn't that big of a deal. If I did stay Juni, I did have an outfit planned. I showed you guys, but I got my model artist to draw it for me to see if I liked it in her art style, and obviously I do because I love my model and I wouldn't trade it for the world. But if I did get a new model, this is Juni with short hair. I know you guys don't like Juni with short hair, but I also stopped caring because I'm graduating, so whatever. Here is what I would have looked like if I got a 2.0 model, and I probably wouldn't have used long hair again. I would have always kept this hair toggle. I put my antenna back up because everyone kept saying I didn't look like a moth anymore. So this was the model I wanted. I literally wrestled with this little part of the skirt. You see where it's gold down there? Because the Christian VTuber community would have like had me executed if I showed any skin above my knee. People thought my current model, the one that I have now, was just a bit too short. And if this is too short, guys, I don't know what to say. If this is too bad, then I knew that having any skin above my knee would have, like, murdered people. And I had this little sheer panel, as you can see. And that would have been bad, too. But I really wanted to do more jazz music and to sing a lot more as Juni. I had, like, this Art Nouveau kind of wings. And I really, really enjoyed them. I thought they were really beautiful. And I was really excited to, like, step into that chapter of me. But I found out that that just wasn't where I was meant to go. You know? So, yeah. I think I'm leaving on really good terms. The VTuber community and everything. I won't be streaming anymore. After, you know, I graduate and stuff. But, yeah. I think part of being a VTuber, it's hard because you are a person, but at the same time, people see you as a persona and an entertainer and as someone that can do things for them. And so I had a really hard time because people are like, you should collab with this person, you should hang out with this person, you can only say these things, you can't say this thing, you have to play this game, you can't play this game. And I'm a bit of a pushover. If people are like, oh, Juni, don't do that. What if it made me sad? I'm like, you're right, I won't do it. I think when it comes to VAngeli, I waited to do a lot of things because I was worried. I didn't want to leave anyone behind and I didn't want to do things that the girls maybe wouldn't like all the way. So I think I hesitated a lot to do things and make choices. Like, I'm the VAngeli person, but I felt nervous because I didn't want anyone to say anything bad about the girls. I can handle if people say things about me behind my back and stuff, but I can't handle it when people are saying things about the girls because I care about them a lot and they go through so much. And they deal with too much already to have to deal with, like, people being weird about being a VTuber. And it was just really hard for me to, like, I guess put my foot down. I, like, switched my mod team a few times. Not in a bad way. I think that every moderator I had for the season I had them was really good and I really appreciate them being there. But I guess, like, at the very end of me being a VTuber, I really needed people that were, like, helping me put my foot down because I was, like, not willing to do it because I'm a bit of a pushover. Even now, even still today and yesterday and this week, I was like, well, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. Maybe I should just, like, let one of my boundaries slip and just, like, be okay with the situation. And people are like, no, don't do that. What are you talking about? Did we not just talk about this last week and how you wanted to have boundaries? So my mod team has been really nice, but that August hiatus really got to me because I think people IRL started calling me Juni and everything had to do with streaming. And, like, people IRL would talk about my streaming all the time. And so, like, when I wasn't streaming, I was still hearing about streaming. And when I was streaming, I was hearing about streaming. And when I was offline from streaming, anytime I popped on Discord, all of my normal friends would call me Juni and everything had to do with being Juni. And I would see Juni all the time. And I didn't get to be myself because being Juni means, like, appeasing you guys. And I think you guys are wonderful. But I would have done whatever you guys asked me to do. And that's probably not good. I was even worried when I said that I didn't want to do ASMR because it disappointed people. But I'm really glad that I didn't do it because I think I wouldn't have been able to handle ASMR fans. No offense to ASMR enjoyers at all. But I think there's a level of being parasocial that can happen when you're a VTuber. My issue, and I hate to mention this, but it's late night talk, so it's okay. I'm a lady, as you all know, and this is a little bit awkward. I'm a lady and I'm not married. And being a lady and not married means a lot of things, especially when you're a VTuber. Because people get to know you as you're streaming and people want to potentially start a relationship with you. Which, I mean, is natural and normal if you guys are friends, and a little bit difficult and complicated if you're not friends. Or you don't really know this person. And so it can be a little bit awkward, especially like when I mentioned that like I want to enter religious life and stuff like that. Sometimes I'd have people be like, yeah, but you haven't tried dating me yet though. But like maybe you should try anyway to date me. Smiley face. Or they're like, oh, well, if you have no interest in anyone, then I can get super, super close to you. And I didn't really know how to say no, at all. So I've ended up in situations that were probably not the best for me. Some situations that required me to go to therapy, because what do you mean that happened? Yeah. Last year was a really rough it was a really rough year. But yeah. You know, I think that a lot of people were really nice and a lot of people reached out to me last year I think it was last April. Yeah, it was around last April. My grandmother passed away. And then like 2 months afterwards, her husband, my grandfather, passed away due to self-inflicted injury. So it was just a really weird time to like grieve and then also try not to overshare, even though it was like really affecting me, and then also like not like it was really hard to set boundaries then, because like I'm grieving and I probably need emotional support, but at the same time can't really talk to you guys about it. So it was just it was a really weird period of time to be in. Yeah. I don't think it's bad. I think it's okay that people really want to feel close to their streamers. And there are some streamers that really want to feel close to the people that watch them. And I think that's a really cool and good thing. And there are people that I'm friends with because they watched me and we became friends. There has been uncomfortable situations where people are like, hey, are you flirting with me right now? And I'm like, I would never, ever with any no, I promise you I'm not, I promise. And it can like, I don't want to lead anyone on. I don't want anyone to feel like I ever let them on. That's why I talk about religious life, not because I feel like I want to, and I want to share that part of my life with you guys, but because I don't want to get some of the messages that I've gotten in the past, of confessions and, Juni, please marry me. Juni, are you talking about having a crush on me? So I really doubled down with the Kaito thing to be as unavailable as possible. And I felt like I had to mention religious life because people, knowing my age, thought that like, and this is really big in like the Catholic online space, like if you're a certain age, you should be looking toward getting married and having children. Why aren't you doing that? And if you're not doing that currently, you haven't met the right person and you seem available, kind of thing. And that's really hard in this space because so many people are trying to find their person, which understandable, and I really pray and I hope that they do. I'm not one of them, and it's really hard to be in this kind of space and not say why. I've been in like voice calls where I like mentioned, yeah, no, I'm not looking. And they're like, why? You're like a woman though. Like, and you're getting older. You don't want to have kids. That's the thing. The thing I would always hear is, Juni, you don't want to have kids? And then sometimes I'll hear like, oh, well, you'll change your mind. Like, you'll want to have kids later. Or you'll reach an age where you can't have kids and then you'll really regret not having kids. So I doubled down on liking Kaito, and I doubled down on mentioning like religious life, even though I wasn't necessarily comfortable sharing that part of myself. I really wanted prayers for it, and I wanted it to happen as soon as possible, kind of, so I could get out of the like infinite loop of people asking me when I was going to get married, why I'm not dating, and why I'm not dating them. So it was a little, and it's the, I don't want to say it's the dark side of VTubing, but it's something that happens very often to female VTubers. So I'm really grateful that like most of the girls in VAngeli are already married. I would not wish this on anyone ever. So it makes me happy when like there is male VTubers or married VTubers. I'm so happy when I found out a VTuber is married because I'm like, I'm so glad I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. Because I think I'm able to handle it, you know, because I've been on Catholic Twitter before this, and they're infinitely worse. So being a VTuber wasn't that big of a step, but I wouldn't have liked to experience it, but I'm glad it was me over someone else, you know? Online people push past boundaries. Yeah. I feel that weird transition, it makes it worse when there's some people who push it too much. Yeah. Like, if I know that you want to get married, I'll be like, so, I'm praying for your love life. Are you going to get, like, I'll pray for some people for their marriages because, like, they want to get married. I'm not one of those people, so people being like, oh, Juni, you know, I hope you get married soon. Because, you know, you're getting up there. I'm like, wow. Yikes. Purity spirals are never... Oh, can I please? It's late night Juni stream and I'm graduating. I'm like, wait. Purity culture in this community is really difficult. Some of the time, when you're online and you're an open Christian, people really want to mention the state of their purity in a way, and it is almost a way to kind of like put themselves on a moral high ground. It's not a bad thing. I think it's good to wait until marriage, but some people like didn't have that choice, or they're converts and found out too late in life. So sometimes when it's a bunch of Christians gathered together and they're like, oh, well, you know, I remained pure for my husband because my future husband deserves blah, blah, blah. It can feel shameful if people are converting late in life, or if people, like, you know, were maybe like forced upon or something like that. So I never engage in purity conversations because I just don't think that it's helpful or healthy. And I don't really think maybe we should advertise ourselves like as that, you know? Christian VTuber scene, you really have to carve out your space. I'm really glad that I carved out my space, and I'm really happy for the community that I have. I learned, and I guess I'm still learning, that, you know, you may be friendly with people that aren't friendly with you, but it's because God kind of puts them in your life to learn lessons, and then he also puts them in your life, you know, as someone that you can share a space with, but not necessarily like be super close to, and that's totally okay. I think on VTuber Twitter this is talked about a lot, where it's like, hey, I'm a bigger VTuber, and now all of my smaller VTuber quote-unquote friends want to hang out with me, and I think that's so rude, because they didn't want to hang out when I was small. Like, I think I hear that a lot from people. Or like, I'm a smaller VTuber, and one of my friends got bigger than me, and now they don't want to hang out with me anymore. Sometimes in this space, I think we should treat each other more like coworkers, because that's kind of how it is unless we become friends. Because I don't think you're entitled to anyone, right? Yeah, I think I should say, like, you're not entitled to anyone, even if you guys are in the same niche, you know? So if someone has a platform that's different than yours, or if someone has a platform that's similar to yours and you really want to be in their space, you should probably get to know them, you know, as a person, and not as like just a creator you can work with, you know. Guys, do not share that with the opposite sex. That is nobody's business but your spouse and God's. I agree. Please don't mention it online. It's not good to mention that online. Yeah. VTuber girl exists. Finds out VTuber girl is single. Asks VTuber girl why she's single though. Shames VTuber girl for healthy decisions. It's really hard, and you would think in this space that it would be more okay, and it's actually less so. It's actually less okay. Not in a bad way. I'm one of the few Catholics. And I kind of wanted to talk about it. It's late night Juni stream. I'm graduating a week. It's okay. Being Catholic in the Christian VTuber community is great, and also not great. It's great because you get to introduce your faith to people who wouldn't have been introduced to your faith. Because a lot of people grow up hearing that Catholics are weird and stuck up and don't like to talk to anyone and are creepy because they like candles and they worship Mary. That is a big thing that people grew up hearing. You'll meet Christian creators who are like, oh, well, now that I'm knowing you and knowing other Christian, like, Catholic creators, I've realized that you guys aren't actually scary pagans who worship Satan shaped as Mary and sacrifice children and stuff. You guys are, like, actually normal. A lot of the things you guys do is normal. And then sometimes you'll have people that are like, hey, yeah, like, I'm friendly with all the Christian creators. But those Roman Catholics? Man, terrible idol worshippers. They need to find Jesus because they don't have him. Obviously. So, like, you'll, like, meet someone really nice and you guys will hang out, and then they're like, I'm putting my foot down against Catholics because they're wrong. And also, like, not making it. They will not see the pearly gates. And being the Catholic streamer, there are a few of us. I'm just very active on Twitter. Being, like, one of the active ones on Twitter, people tag me and be like, Juni, you should explain the Marian thing to them. And then I try a little bit sometimes. Or I'm like, hey, I just want to let you know we don't worship Mary. But, you know, I understand why it might look like that. Veneration is blah, blah, blah. The word worship is used differently than the way you use the word worship. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any other questions and you're willing to ask them, like, in a kind way. I'm happy to talk to you. Or I'll talk to them and they'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then they'll be like, those Catholics, though. Please. It happens a lot. Being misunderstood happens a lot. In this space in general, as someone who, like, wants to be celibate and as someone who is Roman Catholic. It's really challenging sometimes to just be in this space of, like, everyone wants to get married and also everyone's Protestant. I don't think it's bad. I love my Protestant brothers and sisters, and when they explain things to me, I try to listen to understand, because I grew up Protestant. I have my biases, but I want to understand them, you know? So if they believe something differently than I was taught, I just want to make sure that I hear, listen, read, reread, and understand, and then we can have a conversation. So I'm really grateful for the Christianity tab in the server, because, like, not everyone there is Catholic, and it's totally okay. I just like hearing about what you guys think, you know? And we have a lot in common, and we have a lot more in common than you guys think. So I'm glad that we had a lot of happy realizations there, and a lot of people converted, like, they became Christian, or, like, Santo, for example, became Orthodox. Some people became Catholic. Some people got confirmed Lutheran, Anglican, etc. And it happened in the server, and I'm so glad that you guys share that part of your faith journey with me. I'm really grateful. This is something that I have said before. It's something that I realize is an unpopular opinion, but something, because I'm graduating, I'm going to share with you again. I love being Catholic. I pray that everyone becomes Catholic, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to force you to become Catholic. I just have to be honest. I think that we're one big church, and I would love for everyone to be in the same church family and to have communion under the same roof. But I understand that you and I both have the Holy Spirit, and if the Holy Spirit is telling you, go to this church at this time, this is where you're meant to be, I cannot be the person to say, actually you're wrong, and you need to be doing what I, a person, am telling you to do. You know? So I can pray that we all, like, worship the same way, but at the end of the day, it's up to the Holy Spirit and God, and I think that it's okay to believe both of those things. I know that saying that, like, I want everyone to be Catholic is not something that people like to hear, and it makes them feel like maybe their faith is not enough, and I don't think that's true. I just have to be true to myself, and I'm really happy with wherever you are with your walk with God. As long as you're taking steps forward, I'm really happy for you. Just wanted to clear that up, just in case. That made me nervous. To be honest, I still don't understand the thing with Mary, but, like, low-key, I grew up a Cath hater. I'm sorry. No, but you're, like, so nice now about it. Even if you're like, ugh, Catholics are being weird again, but, like, okay, I guess. That is all I can ask for. The reason I started streaming was because I just got confirmed, and I wanted to, not to be a theologian because I just got confirmed. I'm fresh out. Okay, I was fresh out then. And I just wanted to show people that Catholics aren't freaky, weird people. They're just normal people. So I wanted to be the Christian streamer to be like, hey, you're a normal person. I'm a Roman Catholic. We can have things in common. I'm a Roman Catholic that really likes Vocaloid, and I'm kind of freaky about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I like to play scary games, and I'm a Catholic. Like, you know, we can have things in common, and you can realize that, like, people my age, we're normal people still, like, faith or not, you know? And a lot of people that were like, well, I used to be Catholic and I stopped going to church, but then, you know, I saw how excited everyone was about their faith and I started going to church again. That is all I ever wanted from anyone. Ever. That's all I ever wanted to do. The Christian VTuber community changed a lot, where it's like, if you're Christian, you have to do Bible studies and you have to put a cross in your bio and you have to do all these other things. And I never really did that. I just wanted to be like a Catholic who is open to answering questions, because I know a lot of people have questions about Catholics, don't feel comfortable asking Catholics, or don't know any Catholics to ask. So I was like, I'm an open book. But as the community grew and changed, we used to have more of like a little pocket of just Catholic VTubers. Me, Hollow Blossom, Hal, Bree, Flame, you know, P-Tony as our IRL guy. Yenza now is a VTuber. That was kind of our little bubble. You know, Stella, right? And the community kind of merged. Not in a bad way. I'm glad I met more people. It was really cool to be able to meet people. And without that merge, I wouldn't have met VAngeli. But with that, I think a lot of us in the little baby Catholic circle that we had were like, hey, I'm Catholic, but I just do these things. And I just wanted you to know that, like, we're not going to use the Lord's name in vain around here. Some of us still, like, made silly off-color humor. And, you know, we're, like, all different. And we all had different personalities. So if you wanted to know that, like, your faith wouldn't be offended, and we also played things that you like, that was kind of the bubble we made. But I think when the community got bigger, it was more demanding. To the point where, like, I got, like, pulled into a call to be told that I wasn't doing enough for the community. And I need to say more things about the state of the community. And I have to. I have an obligation. And that's when I started feeling a little weird. Again, I'm not leaving VTubing for the Christian community or anything like that. I just, you know, being called elsewhere to do things differently. And I think the next steps in my life include not streaming. Which is okay. But yeah, that's just kind of where my head was at and what I experienced. I hope that's okay to share. I'm graduating! If I want to unlist this video, I can just unlist this video. It's fine. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to be open and honest with you guys about, you know, if you want to be a Christian creator, I think it's great, but I think it demands a lot of you. And the worst thing that could happen to you, and something that happened to me for a few months in this journey, was because of the way that the Christian online space was, it made you bitter toward your church and your faith. Because you assume that everyone is like the way they are online, and it can put a wedge between you and God, and I don't think that's good or healthy. And if you're in a space where it makes you not want to be Christian anymore, I think maybe it's not a good space to be in, you know? But yeah, I'm really happy about the next steps I'm taking, so trust me when I tell you I am so excited and I'm going to be so happy. So don't worry about me at all. All of you guys with Ark and VAngeli. Yeah, Ark! I love Ark, guys. I love Ark. I love Ark so much. Ark was like, and people are like, oh yeah, VAngeli's like the first Christian VTuber group. And I always go, no, it was Ark. Okay? You guys need to know your history. You need to know where you're coming from. I'm really excited to be like a manager for VAngeli though, because I really have a passion for like managing VTubers, because I understand how things work and I have a really good time. I was an agency manager like halfway through my streaming career, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I love looking at numbers and helping people out and helping them find the things that they like and getting to the audience that they want to get to. And so I'm excited to do more of that, and I'm excited to do more for VAngeli because I'll have so much time to actually like lift them up, because I don't have to worry about my own thing anymore, my own streams. I can just focus on, hey, when do you girls want to hang out and what do you guys want to do? I will find a day that works for everyone's calendar and schedule it in for you and do the thumbnails and put everything out, because I was doing all of the calendar stuff and all the thumbnail stuff on top of my stuff, and that was a little hard. But now that I won't have to worry about being Juni as a streamer, I can do so much more. And I'm so excited that I can do a lot more for VAngeli and for all the girls that are in it. They're awesome. Can I also be super clear? There became a point in VAngeli where people were like, VAngeli is this big exclusive thing, and anyone that's not in VAngeli wants to be in VAngeli or should be in VAngeli, etc, etc. VAngeli has become a friend group. We cry together, we laugh together, we like use the VC to like have our crisis meetings whenever like our lives are falling apart. We just like kind of came together to become like a prayer circle, and meeting them IRL was probably the happiest experience. And I know that I was meant to be a VTuber because I knew that I was meant to meet these 4 other girls, and I cannot be happier. The only way I could be happier is if all of them started playing Overwatch so we could do a 5v5. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That didn't mean to come out. I'm graduating in a week. I can say what I want. I think Melinda would be... I think Melly would be a really good Pharah main. Or a tank. So I think that she'd be a really good Reinhardt. So like what I'm thinking is this. Me on support because I play ranked as a support. Okay. Sully as DPS because she likes to play Splatoon. Melinda as tank. And then... Ooh. I'm trying to think. I want to put Mira on healing as like Juno, but at the same time I feel like Mira would feel bad if she can't heal someone in time and they die. So I kind of want to let Mira be free and like shoot whatever she wants and put her on DPS and then put Jemmy on support. I think that would be good. I think that would be like, I think that would be A++++++++. Personally, in my humblest, buggiest opinion, I think, yeah. You're saying no streaming, does that mean that you'll still be on some socials? Or is it going to be completely offline? I'm going to keep my Discord account. It's on friends only. I won't be in the server, and the server is going to be taken down. But I will be on the VAngeli X because all of us will have access to the Twitter account after graduation. So we'll all be posting on there, and it'll be really silly. My Twitter that's personal will be locked. I may delete it eventually, but for now I'm just gonna lock it. So if you're following me, you'll be able to see everything still, scroll through, do whatever. But yeah, other than that, I won't be Juni. What I'm gonna do basically is redesign myself a little bit, and I'm gonna put my hair in a bun and put on like an outfit that's more like for the office, and then I'm just gonna be like a manager. It's like that one Hololive VTuber that is the manager. What is her name? Anchan? Let me see. Hololive. Achan. 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 You remember her? Do you remember her? Let me show you. I'll literally put it on the stream right now. I need you guys to see what I'm talking about. This is basically what's they're doing this to me next week. This is what I will become. Basically, so if we get new VAngeli art, I will be there, but I just won't have all the cute outfits that they will because I'm gonna be a manager. So if I do, it'll be a little bit more corporate than theirs. Yeah. So this is like a Hololive manager lady. She's really cute and everyone loves her. I kind of will end up looking like this. It's basically like when you're a magical girl and you age out of being a magical girl and you become like a normal lady in their 30s with an office job. And you still remember being a magical girl, but you're not a magical girl anymore. I won't be a moth, I'll just be a lady. But I'll look the same. I'll look the same, so like my hair color will be the same, my eye color will be the same. I just won't be like, you know, shiny and sparkly and magical girly and have my big skirt. You know? But I'll still be Juni. You'll still be able to recognize me, you know? Hey, Chan's goated, I know! White collar Juni for white collar crime. I'm just kidding. Jemmy feels like a support too a little bit. That's what I'm saying. I think that Jemmy would be a really good support. Who would Jemmy play? You know, you never really know people's playstyle until you play with them. I feel like Jemmy... Wuyang? Maybe. I don't know why I think Jemmy would be good with a gun, so I want to say Baptiste. but probably Juno. I think Juno would be... Juno's very effective for comp, so that's why I'm like thinking comp teams. Reinhard, Farah. Ooh, we should get a dive. Do you think Sully would want to play Vendetta? It would be really sick if Sully played Vendetta and then Mira played... Who would be good for DPS? There's too many DPS heroes and I don't play any of them. Oh, I think Sully would really like Venture. Sully would be a good Venture, I think, because it's like a sneakier character. I need to look at the heroes again. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm building my dream team. It's late at night and I can do what I want. Okay. Let's see who we got. Ooh, okay. So I'm thinking in my head, Melinda as Reinhardt or Arisa. Okay, but I want to think Reinhardt because I feel like Melinda would be really good at like shield heroes, you know? So like either Reinhardt, I want to say Ramacha, and I want to say Sigma because they're my favorite, but I really do think Melinda would play Reinhardt. I think, ooh, you know what? I think that Mira would like Echo or May. I think Sully would play Venture. Or to be honest, Sombra. Like, I feel like she would play characters that are like really, you know, that I would hate to like have on the enemy team. And then I play Lifeweaver usually, but I can also play Lucio and Zenyatta whenever necessary. Ooh! Maybe Jemmy as Juno or Kiriko. Kiriko would be really good for Jemmy, actually. Listen, it's my dream team, okay? I get to choose. Jemmy would be a really good Kiriko, but also I think Okamura would be a good Kiriko. And if Okamura's a healer, I would put Okamura on Kiriko, and I would put Jemmy on Crazy Take, but like either like Freya, Echo, or like Symmetra. Yeah, dangerous things are happening here. It's my graduation. I get to talk about what I want. It's my anniversary tomorrow, so this is like my pre-anniversary stream. You can't stop me from commissioning fan art of you in the 2.0 outfit. I won't stop you. So I think it makes graduation a lot less scary because I'll still like be around, you know? You may not be Juni, but you'll still be you, and that's what matters most. You are keeping your friends close, so you'll be covered there as well. And of course, God will be there. Yeah, we're planning to go to like a con together. Like, I'm never gonna stop being a part of VAngeli. And even if VAngeli stops being a thing, like officially, on the back end, we'll never stop being friends with each other. So just rest assured that VAngeli, nothing has happened in VAngeli. I made sure to make that clear in my graduation video because this is what happens when people want to graduate. When someone wants to graduate, and they make a graduation announcement, the first thing that everyone does is try to look for a reason why. Especially if they say that they're graduating on good terms, usually they try to dig to find out why. So for example, if I'm a VTuber and I'm in an agency and I graduate because I'm having disagreements with management, but I'm graduating on good terms, people want to know what happened in management. And I wanted to stop any gossiping that could have started before it started. So I made sure I said, hey, I'm graduating not because of the Christian VTuber community, not because anything happened in VAngeli, not because I'm like ill or anything like that. I just found what I'm meant to be doing in my life. I really enjoyed VTubing, but I'm ready to move on to the next thing, and that next thing has to do with not streaming. I'm still gonna be part of VAngeli. We're still gonna be hanging out, you know. So I try to make everything as clear and precise as possible because I didn't want people to say anything. Because when it comes to VAngeli, I don't mind if anyone says anything about me. I mind if people say things about the girls. I'm not okay with that. So I want to be very clear. So I was like, I love the girls. VAngeli's awesome. They're the greatest ever. Nothing has happened. We're oompies. I'm gonna go see them. Like, I'm gonna see Jemmy literally next week. So like, we're all good. So you did a very good job with your video. Thank you. Gotta go to sleep. Have a good night. God bless. Good night. I have a sword. Yay, VAngeli for life. Yeah. I love VAngeli. And I'm really grateful for you guys. And, you know, as I get closer and closer to graduation. Like, you know, we won't have our little pocket of regulars anymore, but I am really happy that I got to have time with you guys, and I hope that eventually you all find what you're meant to do and you pursue it. And I want to tell you, if you found the thing you want to do, but you're afraid to do it, time is going to keep passing anyway. So I think you should just start. The hardest part is to start something. And I've been ready to start something new and something not Juni for a very long time. And I just let time pass. And I could have been so much further in doing like my passion and doing the things I'm meant to do in this season of my life if I just started. But as a VTuber, when you want to start something different, you have to end something first. So if you feel like you're stuck in life, but you know what direction you want to go in and you're just really comfortable at where you're at right now, but you know you can grow, you just really have to put that into consideration and take the first step. Even if the first step is scary and difficult, because like graduation has not been enjoyable. I thought it'd be like chill. It has been so stressful every day for like 3 weeks. It's been so stressful, but I think it's necessary. I just want everyone to have closure, you know, and I want to end off on a good note. So getting through it so I can finally like I guess spread my wings, so to say, is necessary to go through the hard things first. But I think you should do hard things too, and I'll probably talk about this during graduation. I'm not like emotional, I'm just ready, you know? So just know I'm gonna be really happy, and I hope you guys are happy too. But tomorrow is gonna be less this. It'll just be hanging out, so don't worry about it. Late night, Juni, so smart. Wow, thank you. These are the things that keep me up. So I think about it a lot. I'm like, was I able to talk to that person before I graduate? Is everything gonna be okay? What if that person thinks I hate them? I don't! And then I'm like, I need to like watch a YouTube video. So I put on like, oh my goodness, who have I been watching like every day? It's not Asmund Gold. It's Moist Critical. Moist Critical currently has been really fixated on watching body cam footage of people pretending to be police officers, and I have been eating that up. I love that. I think that's so funny that you like double down. The police shows up and you're like, yeah, I'm part of like the National Weather Unit. And they have like the full like body kit, like fake body cam, fake vest, fake badge that says like #1 sheriff. Like, it is the funniest thing that people roll around and they pretend to be like law enforcement. It's so... I love the LARPing. It's really impressive, you know? And it's like their gear is like really cool. So I just really think it's fascinating, and I think it's cool when they double down. Illegal, obviously, but yeah, I eat those up. I try not to watch like too many body cam videos and stuff, because I think that when people make bad choices and they end up having to serve like a lot of time in jail, it's a very vulnerable part of their life, and I feel like I shouldn't watch it. But if you're going out and you're like, yeah, I'm a police officer for the CIA, what about it? And they're like, okay, what's your badge number? And then you flash them a plastic badge. That's completely on you. That's completely... You knew what you were doing. You weren't impaired in any way. You're just there for the LARP. That's all good. I think it's funny. Didn't expect that from you. Yeah, you know me. Yeah. Do the hard thing. God calls us to step out and trust his plan. True. You gotta step out in the water even if you don't see any solid ground. You know what I mean? I'm glad you'll still be part of the group. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to do things with the girls. They're gonna make me sing again. And I'll gladly sing anything they want. That's the thing, like, for the pain of graduation, I will willingly sing whatever they want me to sing. I think that's fair. Fair is fair, and if they want me to do a group cover of whatever the heck, and it's in a really high register, I'm gonna figure it out. Okay? Because for the pain and suffering and discomfort of me graduating, I will do whatever. I will literally, whatever brand they want me to reach out to, I will do it for them. Whatever event they want me to plan, if they want me to plan this huge like karaoke relay situation, I will do it. I will do it because like they deserve it, and I made them suffer because I made them so stressed with like VAngeli and everything, and so I just don't want them to feel stressed, and I really want to do a lot more for them. I feel like I didn't do enough with VAngeli. I've been told I didn't do enough with VAngeli, which I ignore. But, you know, I still want to do the most I can and help the girls grow and let them feel, you know, happy and loved and everything, you know, because I love them and I want them to succeed and I want them all to be really big names and I want people to look up to them and find Christ. So, yeah. I should check that out. It's really funny. It's really funny. We trust God to do amazing things in life for you, Juni. Thank you. Every moment you have been with us has been a blessing. I pray that you can continue to do great things even when we can't see them. Thanks, book. You've been here forever and I really appreciate you. But a few years ago, a kid managed to somehow steal a cop car and major equipment. Oof. Very sensitive bot that is. Yeah, Nightbot is just really, you know, and I'd go in and fix it, but I'm graduating, so you know what I mean. Juni, can you get us on the Jumbotron in a Bulls game? I would do anything in my power to have my favorite basketball player see me as a VTuber. I'm graduating before my favorite basketball player could see me. That's how you know it's God. Because if it had been me, Yuki Kawamura and I would be in the same room at the same time. And he would be there for my meet and greet. And I would be meeting him. Okay, I'd be on Chicago Jumbotron and he'd be on the one right beside me. I like him. He's great. He's my favorite. So I am excited to go to another Bulls game. Soon. I'm excited to go to a convention and not be Juni. I'm so excited to be a fan again. Guys, I want to watch people, okay? I'm gonna get a normie Twitch account and I'm gonna just watch the people I like to watch. And they might not know it's me, and that's okay because I just want to be a fan and enjoy streamers. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna enjoy streamers and I'm gonna go to conventions and I'm gonna geek out over idol concerts and go to meet and greets and be silly because I don't want to be a fellow creator. I don't want to network. I just want to be a fan. So, yeah, live that lurker life. It is so much better. Thank you, Jam. And I really appreciate you for coming out of lurking after like a year or two. Like, that was so crazy and it's still really incredible to see your name in chat. Like, I know that you're always there and I know that you're always lurking. And in one of like my really early streams, I wanted to like end stream early and then I saw that you were lurking and it made my entire stream. There was a lot of my early streams that were like that where I wanted to stop because I felt like no one was watching. It wasn't that I was insecure necessarily, it's just like, I'm like, oh, I'm talking to the void. I mean, if no one's watching it, then I could like take a nap or something, you know? Just be the same thing. And I saw that you were watching and so I kept going because you were watching. So thank you for that. Forgot to mention that the kids stole the cop equipment and drove to people's houses and posed as a cop to ask to go. Whoa! Oh, he was 7? Oh, wait, that's cute. I mean, maybe a 7-year-old shouldn't steal a cop car. That doesn't seem very safe. But, you know, I think, pretty cute. Pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. Aw, I know. Like, oh, but also, like, be safe. Be safe, please. Be safe, be safe. Yeah, thank you for letting me talk. That's really cool. I won't be able to yap to you guys like this very often. I have, you know, some streams coming up, a lot of collabs, so I talk to you guys a little less. But I wanted to talk to you guys. This is more talking at you guys, so sorry about that. I just wanted to, like, share everything before I graduate, so we can graduate on a good note together and not be like, something suck, you know? I'm really happy. Some of you will be seeing me, and just know that I'll probably still be active on Twitch as a lurker and a chatter, but it won't be Juni. So don't feel like I'm dying forever. Just know that I'm out there, watching people and hanging out and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be great. Whoa! Why was Fergalicious just playing in my ear just now? That was scary. What the heck? Yeah, anyway, I was gonna mention something, but I got completely distracted by Fergalicious at, like, top volume. That was so weird. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Don't worry about Omi. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. Hey, if you're subscribed to me on Twitch, you probably want to unsubscribe. I mean, I have emotes, so if you want them, that's fine. But like, if you're on like a reoccurring thing and you're not really using Twitch or anything like that, I'm not gonna take my emotes down. You're free to use them whenever you want. But just, you know, if you're subscribed and you don't want to be, probably unsubscribe. You know, I just, you know, wanted to let you guys know that. Because I don't want you guys to like be losing like $6.99 a month. You know, so just check your Twitch. If you don't really feel like using the emotes, it's totally fine. I just wanted to let you guys know that like at least like 15 or 20 of you guys are still subscribed, because I got a Twitch ban and I haven't streamed on Twitch at all in the past month. So I just wanted to tell you, in case you were like, oh dang, sorry. So now you know. If you want to keep them for the emotes, totally fine. Don't care. Do your thing. You're an adult. But I just, you know, in case you didn't want to do that, just know that I won't take them down. But also that I'm not trying to like take your money, you know? So that's money for Juni. Is money going to a good place? Oh, book, stop it! I'm going to be giving you all the emotes. I'm gonna make a channel for it and give you all the like HD pictures of the emotes. The ones that I have gotten commissioned, and I'll make sure to put the name of the person that made them. Please keep the name of the person who created the emote in the emote if you use them in a different server. It's just polite, you know, and I don't want their art to just be thrown out into cyberspace and no one credits them properly, because I think crediting artists is really important. So I'll let you guys know who made what emote. I told you about some of them, but I'll tell you about the 8 new ones that I have, so you can have them. I'll put them in a channel and you can do whatever. You don't have to credit the ones I made. I don't care. I honestly don't care. I made like 3 or 4 or 5 of them. You don't have to credit me for those. But anyone else, please credit them. Yeah. So you're saying if we don't want to, we should unsub. But if we want to support you, so we should. I don't say like go out of your way to sub, but I'm just saying like if you're realizing you're like getting money out of your account, you can unsub. I just wanted to remind you guys because I got a payout and I thought it was weird. So I'm like, what am I even doing on Twitch? Well said, Books. Even though I'm not subscribed, I just wanted to let you guys know. But you'll have the emotes, so if you want to use them on Discord, put them in your private server. I don't care. So, yeah, but I gotta get ready for bed because I gotta wake up early tomorrow. I planned to go to bed right after the collab, but I realized I didn't get to talk to you guys, and I had some time in my evening, so I just thought it'd be important to sit down and have a little late night chat with you. Hopefully it wasn't too weird. You know I love hanging out with you guys, so I really appreciate it. I'm going to bed. I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm streaming like every day this week, I think. Most days. I think I gave myself like 1 day off. Maybe, if that. I did give myself Friday off. What a gift. Tomorrow is going to be a hangout, so don't even worry. We're not stressing. We're going to just be in a voice call together. If you want to talk in the voice call, you can. If you don't want to talk in the voice call, you don't have to. You could just be in VC and listen if you want. You could be playing your own games in VC. We're just hanging out. It's not like a planned, at this hour from 6 to 7 o'clock, we're gonna play blah blah blah. And then from 7 to 8, we're gonna do blah blah blah. You just come in and hang out. Come in, come out. You know, it's all good. Yeah. But please rest well, everyone. Drink water before bed, but not too much so you don't wake up in the middle of the night and have to go to the bathroom. Read your Bible a little bit tonight if you can. For me, please. I'm still struggling to read mine regularly, so it would make me feel better if you read yours. Maybe it would inspire me more. Don't forget to eat breakfast tomorrow morning. Unless it's morning for you already, then please eat if you're Haruki. Yeah, I'll see you guys soon, which is tomorrow on Discord, 6 p.m. Yeah! She said 6, 7. 6, 7. Sorry. I gotta get out of here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get out of here. All right. Okay. All right. Good night. Goodbye.